It's my pleasure to finish my debate from yesterday since the buzzer went out. And you'll remember I was quite passionate about my community. I'm going to channel some of that passion again because I wasn't quite done. I appreciate the minister's comments about working with the Town Council of Canmore and searching for solutions to our housing crisis. I just want to point out that I have shared some potential solutions with the minister and with this House on multiple occasions, and all of those have been ignored. And meanwhile, what this bill does is further attack the community of Canmore and our housing crisis. So I'm sorry, Madam Speaker, if I find the minister's words ringing a little bit hollow, because actually what's happening is the changes that this bill proposes to this differential tax rate cost Canmore $5.9 million. And I will be honest with you, Madam Speaker, I don't care where the money comes from to address our housing crisis. If it's not coming from the livability tax, fine. Let the minister find some other solutions. To date, he has not. All the minister is doing is costing our town more money all the time and downloading more costs onto a rural municipal budget. It's egregious and it's offensive and it irritates the crap out of me, that the minister can stand up there and talk about working collaboratively with the community. For the record, the minister is not working collaboratively with the community of Canmore, because if he was, we would be having a different conversation in here today. Because of this $5.9 million shortfall, the Town Council has had to make some hard decisions. The consequences of this bill are already being felt in the municipal budget by delaying affordable housing projects by another 2 years. So instead of groundbreaking and having more affordable housing in the next couple of years, people of Canmore will have to wait 4 years. A pedestrian overpass over the Trans-Canada Highway that will keep people safe is delayed by 4 years. Other capital projects have been delayed. Is this government funding those projects? No. Just to be clear, we need about 2,000 affordable non-market housing units in Canmore in the next 5 years if we are going to have any kind of community sustainability, and right now we'll get about 350. So to the Minister of Municipal Affairs, through you, Madam Speaker, 2,350, not quite the same number. Show me the money. Show me the money. How are we going to create a sustainable community if people don't have somewhere to live? How can tourism businesses continue to grow if they can't find staff because staff can't find housing? It's very clear what the issues are, Madam Speaker. This bill doesn't make it better, it makes it worse. So meanwhile, this is clearly infuriating. The government sees Canmore as a cash cow. I see people. I see a community of people struggling to stay in town and build a life. I see a town council democratically elected by the people of Canmore, struggling to address the housing crisis and keeping people in town to build our community. The overreach of this government to pick on one community in the province and target it in provincial legislation for doing what their people democratically elected their town council to do is appalling. This bill also speaks to the minister having control over design codes. Oh my goodness, the overreach is astounding. The next time the members opposite stand up and talk about federal overreach, I think we should remind them about how they treat municipalities and municipal councils like children. They're not children, they're partners. The province overriding municipal planning documents introduces uncertainty regarding local land use planning authority, municipal development plans, area structure plans, conceptual schemes. They provide clear guidance to developers to ensure design standards meet municipal needs, and municipalities thoroughly consult their populations on these standards. It all goes through consultation. To create provincially prescribed standards that might not reflect the local context, it might not reflect the servicing realities or community priorities. This creates uncertainty for businesses and for communities. And I'm also wondering how this applies to the All-Season Resorts Act that the government House Leader brought up yesterday. We've got this Silvertip gondola being proposed. It's currently out for consultation. I'm getting hundreds of emails in opposition to this thing. But will the minister just decide that we should do it anyway, and never mind what the people of Canmore have to say about it? What about speed bumps? I got an email the other day from a woman who's very concerned about the traffic calming devices in her neighbourhood. Should I just forward that email directly to the Minister of Municipal Affairs, or should I send it to his staff? I'm not quite sure what to do about that. The bill also talks about aggregate pit approvals. This is a big deal for a lot of communities, and municipalities have worked hard to consult their communities to create standards and guidelines. The MD of Rocky View has worked for years to adopt an aggregate development performance standards and aggregate site monitoring bylaw. That's after years of public consultation. That bylaw balances economic development with effective oversight, and the needs of citizens and environmental provincial regulations are complemented. Bill 28 risks negating these efforts, is creating concerns among residents who donated their time and expertise to participate in this process. And I will remind the minister through the chair, even if he does live in rural Alberta, he's not living in these communities that are impacted by these decisions. And you know who is, though? The elected municipal councils. They're living there. They're talking to these people every single day, and it is their job to represent them. It is the minister's job to support them to do their jobs, not to make their jobs harder. Bill 28 is egregious overreach into municipal governance. It is disgusting. It is the next round of this province reaching into municipal budgets and responsibilities, and there's just no way that I could ever support this.